Hey, this is Wayne Williams speaking of horses, and guess what? We're just outside Terre Haute, Indiana, actually West Terre Haute, and we are at St.Mary of the Woods College. They have a wonderful equestrian program here. It's one of the top equestrian programs for a college or university in the country. We're going to go inside right now. We're going to meet a lot of the people, show you a lot of the activities. So, St. Mary of the Woods College, it's a beautiful setting and a wonderful equestrian program. Join us here on Speaking of Horses as we tour St. Mary of the Woods College equestrian program, coming right now.
We love the equine program at St. Mary of the Woods College.
This is one of the original barns at this facility. It was built in the 1800s. Originally, it was a dairy barn, and it is still in use as a horse barn here at the St. Mary of the Woods College and in their equestrian program. And it is really a gorgeous, well-preserved structure. Hey, speaking of horses, and we are in Terre Haute, West Terre Haute, Indiana, actually, and it's St. Mary of the Woods College.
Correct.
And they've got a great equine program here, one of the top equine programs of any college or university in the country. It's really a great program. So my guest is Beth Terrell, and you are Vice President of Student Engagement?
Enrollment Management.
Enrollment Management, all right. So tell us a little bit about St. Mary of the Woods College and how you've developed also this equestrian program and how you go out and get students to enroll and be a part of this program.
St. Mary of the Woods College is, as you said, located in West Terre Haute. We are geographically in about the middle of Indiana. It is a very unique campus. It is, as you've walked around will be able to walk around, see it really is that traditional college campus. Our college campus is unique in many ways. One of them is that we are all women for the campus program, but we do have co-ed programs for our graduate programs and our distance programs. But for our young women who choose this environment, we hear every day that it changes their lives. They get to have academically a single gender education, but we live in a college town. Terre Haute is home to about 20,000 college students, so we have very many interactions with Rose-Hulman and ISU. So socially and culturally, the students are getting that, again, single gender education, but having that cultural environment where with males, there are boys very close to us.
Well, but where you're located here across, just on the west side of the Wabash River, still in Indiana, you're not like right downtown Terre Haute. It's a few miles back into Terre Haute, so it's a beautiful campus, and it's very conducive to just relaxing and learning.
It is, and we hear from the students, from parents, from even staff. They say that when you come through the gates for the college, that there is something that happens special. There's a feeling that you get, that you feel like there is just an overwhelming feeling of peace, of being here and being a good fit for us.
Tell us a little bit about some of the programs within the equestrian program, some of the various majors and minors.
Okay, we have the only equine studies Bachelor of Science in the state of Indiana. Currently, there are only about 20 of them in the country, so that it pulls in a lot of interest from students from throughout the country. We have students from Texas, the East Coast, from Indiana, from Kentucky. They come to us because of the 3 tracks that we have available, which is equine studies and equine training, and then also our business management. What's very exciting is that we have now a new minor, which we launched in the fall of 12 with the Associate Professor Christine Wilkey, who led this interdisciplinary team. And the equine assisted therapy minor allows students to have a love of horses. Doesn't necessarily mean they've had any hands-on involvement with them, but it's a learning piece that they want to not only help others, but utilize the horse as a tool to help children, to help adults. Typically, it's from students who are from abusive environment or who have low academic performance, and it allows the students or the children to have higher self-esteem. They're trusting others, but they're also learning that the horse can be that companion, that safe zone for them.
Well, horses can do some fantastic things. We've commented before, they helped build America years ago with their labor, and today they found a whole new way, to help mankind with the assisted therapies and all of those things. So it's a wonderful program, and I'm excited to be here and take everybody around. We're going to show you a lot of the campus, the facilities, and everything that goes on right here at St. Mary of the Woods College. So it's a great program. Beth, any closing comments? How do they get a hold of you? Website?
Our website is www.smc.edu, and if you go out there, you can see our academic programs that are available, or you can call us at 1-800-962-2600.
Thank you, Beth, very much.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Now, you stay with us because we're going to take you out to the barns. We're going to introduce you to more of the people and let you see exactly what this equine program is all about here at St. Mary of the Woods College. Stay with us on Speaking of Horses. Well, we've moved back to the stable area now here at St. Mary of the Woods College. Angie McMillan is my guest, and she is the facilities manager. Did I get that correct?
Correct, yes.
So you were grooming the horse here, and tell us a little bit about the facility back here. It's a gorgeous facility. I love barns that have the character that these have.
Yes, the original barn was built in the 1800s, so when we built the new barn, we tried to architecturally go with that theme. So it is a very just neat, homey type of barn. Hi, buddy.
And this is who?
This is Raleigh.
Hi, Raleigh. He's very friendly, Raleigh. Yeah. You want to say something? I guess not. So tell us a little bit about your duties here.
Okay, as facility manager, I take care of basically all of the horses, getting in donations or buying horses, and then selling the ones that are no longer needed in the program, and then just the day-to-day operations of the facility. So.
Now, we've also done a show about the prison system at Putnamville.
Yes.
And the horses, and you get horses from there, right?
We certainly do, yes. We've gotten 2 horses from there who have worked really well in our program. So it's nice to give them a kind of a life after racing.
Yeah. So how many students do you have moving through here normally in a year in the equestrian program?
Normally in the program itself, it runs around 50. But we have a lot that are minors that maybe are working on a pre-vet degree, or students that are just interested in being on the equestrian team also.
Well, it's a great facility. I love this facility. So we're going to show you a little bit of a tour around some of the facility real quick, the courtyards and the settings. So watch this. Angie, thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right. Now stay with us here at Speaking of Horses. We at Speaking of Horses would like to thank the people who have made Speaking of Horses TV possible. To Equessentials, all your horse grooming, coat and care products specifically designed for your horse. A thank you to King Barns, custom-built barns, any style, any project you'd like. Get a hold of King Barns. To Overland Carts, if you want that versatile utility cart for your stable that can do anything, check out Overland Carts. Stall Butler, a unique design on how you can muck your stalls and save 90% of your shavings for reuse. Check out Stall Butler. And Eagle Erie Equine, modular systems for saddle racks, tack bars, and the like. Totally organize your tack room with Eagle Erie Equine. Thanks to all of these fine people who make Speaking of Horses possible.
We here at St. Mary the Woods College would especially like to thank the continued contribution and support that we have received from Mary, Home, and George. The family has been one of the largest contributors to the college in that particular program and allows us to expand the program to a second building and then allow the students to receive additional scholarships.
Hi, I'm Dr. Chris Marks, Professor and Chair of Equine Studies at St. Mary the Woods College, and I've been here for about 20 years. My task is to chat with you for just a few minutes about our academic programs. We've had this program here for about 25 years, I believe, if memory serves, and in that time we've seen it grow. When I came in 20 years ago, there were maybe 6 students majoring in equine studies, and now there are just short of 50. We have a really broad-based program. You can specialize in any one of 3 different majors and a couple of minors. Actually, we're also trying to get in some interdisciplinary studies, such as our equine-assisted therapy minor. But the basic majors, equine studies, which is the most flexible of the 3, allows you to tailor your electives to your specific career path. Training and instructing, which we emphasize heavily the instructing part of that, because instructing is what we do really well. And also we have an equine business management major, which allows you to prepare for running your own equine related business. There's a very high percent of business courses in that particular major. We offer Bachelor of Science degrees in any of those 3 majors. We also offer an Associate in Science in Equine Studies, an Equine Science minor, which is excellent for those of you who are wanting to go to vet school, and an Equine Studies minor for those who don't necessarily want to major in the program but want to hang out at the barn and take courses. We also allow you to just do that, hang out at the barn and take courses. You can utilize our facility in many different ways. We love to have our fellow equiphiles come out and learn from us. Right now I'm sitting in our main classroom, the home of big-time equine science. I teach all the equine science courses, including nutrition, lameness, physiology and anatomy, horse health, genetics, reproduction, all those good things. And we have a very small but mighty department of faculty. All of us compete, all of us walk the walk as well as talk the talk. And if you come here, you get a chance to walk the walk and talk the talk too. So come out and join us. A lot of folks ask me why, and particularly parents of students who are interested in coming and joining us in the program ask, first of all, what can my daughter do with this particular major, and also why would I need a college degree? And the answer to that is that technically you don't. In most of the equine-related fields that I can mention, other than those that require a specific credential, you don't really need a college degree, but the respect for a tertiary education in the equine field is growing daily. There's a great demand for well-educated young people who can come into positions and have considerable experience as well as an education. And also, of course, it's wise in any field like equine to have a fallback position, and that's why we also encourage our students to double major in related fields like psychology, why we encourage our students to major in other things as well as equine, including biology, journalism, maybe business. Things that allow you to have a fallback position or a plan B should you choose to have a career in something else, which sometimes people do that. Honestly, a good broad-based education will serve you in whatever capacity you choose to excel in your future life. So we do strongly recommend that you come into this strong liberal arts college and learn to be an educated, well-rounded person as well as a qualified and competent equine professional.
Well, speaking of horses, we are still right here in beautiful West Terre Haute, Indiana. We are at St. Mary of the Woods College in the equestrian program, and Christine Wilkey is my guest. Now, you work with the equine assisted therapy program. You're in the behavioral department, science of behavior, or tell me exactly what that is.
I'm in the social and behavioral sciences department here at St. Mary of the Woods College.
I knew that.
Most of the time I teach human services, and I'll be teaching equine assisted therapy in our new minor this fall. A minor that is about equine assisted learning and therapy. Sometimes equine assisted therapy also can include hippotherapy or therapeutic riding as we know it in the United States. What we will focus on is partnering with horses for human well-being, human social and psychological well-being, and learning and education.
Well, it's quite a program, and I know that a lot of times we think of just the therapeutic riding centers, but there's so much more in equine therapy. Give us some examples of some additional equine therapy.
Okay, I'll be happy to. This is such a growing field, and it's almost hard to get to nail it down because it's growing so quickly and in so many different directions. But we're partnering with horses for learning. Even corporations, organizations are using that for teamwork building, leadership development, those kinds of things, in a more mental health kind of field, or a lot of human development area. Partnering with horses in ways that people can learn about themselves, learn social skills, learn communication skills, learn to kind of regulate their own feelings and get along better with people. There's so many different ways that horses can become engaged in this. Sometimes it's as groups, sometimes it's as an individual, and many different kinds of purposes. It's really a fascinating field with a lot in it.
Yeah, the horses have found numerous ways to help us that we never even thought about before.
I agree. And there's so many ways that horses are good for us, as I'm sure you would agree. But things about them are that, the horse is so responsive to us. The horse is so perceptive as a prey animal, I suppose, but just so perceptive about what's going on around them socially. And they pay attention to us in ways that sometimes they know us better than we know ourselves, as I'm sure you've seen many times. Yes.
They do. Well, the equine assisted therapy program, it is a minor here.
It is a minor.
And it, how do students get involved? How do they contact you or the college about getting involved?
They can get in touch with our website, smwc.edu, talk with someone in our admissions program. The minor pairs up very well with a number of, really any major. It adds a great dimension, of course, to an equine major, but also to a psychology or human services major. Even an education, if you're a student going into education, could do well with this because it is used so frequently with children, particularly with learning challenges. And even business students could be interested in it because of the way it can develop teamwork and leadership. So if they can contact our college, the admissions department will be happy to help them. They can also contact me directly. And I give you my email if you wish, and you can run that.
Sure.
CWILKEY@smwc.edu.
Well, Christine, thank you very much.
Thank you, Wayne. Thank you so much for the opportunity to share this.
Oh, it's a wonderful program, and of course this is a great equestrian program, so let's keep watching right here on Speaking of Horses, because we're going all around St. Mary's of the Woods College and the equine program. Stay with us. Well, we'd like to take a moment and thank people who make Speaking of Horses TV possible. We want to thank One Source Nutrition, the perfect blend of nutrients to help your horse. It's One Source Nutrition. And Revitavet, equine light therapy, for either toning up muscles before competitions or to promote rapid healing. You want Revitavet. Equine Savings. This program can save you up to 25% on tractors, stable equipment, yes, and even on barn paint. Be sure and go to Equine Savings and check it out. To Hoosier Horse Trailers, quality horse trailers, living quarters, you and your horse can ride in comfort. And Saratoga Stalls, classic equine stalls built specifically for you. Thank you to Saratoga Stalls. And thanks to everyone who makes Speaking of Horses TV possible. Well, here we are. We're still at St. Mary of the Woods College, and we're discussing the equine program. My guest right now is Glenna Simons. Now, Glenna is the head of the Social Behavior and Equine Assisted Therapy program. I think I got that right.
Well, actually, I chair the Department of Social and Behavioral Sciences, and our department has worked together with the equine department here at St. Mary of the Woods College under the direction of Dr. Chris Marks to create this new minor in equine assisted therapy. So it's been two departments collaborating together.
I know I'm terrible on some of those titles, but we'll get it. All right. So this is quite a program with the equine assisted therapy. So tell us a little about it.
Okay. You may know that the equine program here at St. Mary of the Woods College is a very strong program, and it dates back many, many years and is probably one of the few equine programs in the country. The Social and Behavioral Sciences Department is also a very, very strong program here at St. Mary of the Woods College. We have majors in human services, psychology, a new major in criminology, and also we take in the paralegal program, which are all strong programs. So the two departments decided it would be good to kind of draw on the strengths of the faculty in each department to create something new and different. And so we've kind of combined forces, and the new equine assisted therapy minor is again something very unique and different. There aren't very many programs like this in the country. And what we're doing is we're combining the skills that social sciences students learn in classes like human services and psychology, and also combining that with working with horses in the equine program, using horses in a therapeutic way.
Well, there are so many things that horses can do. I mean, it's a tool where, in therapy, especially in assisted therapy, we're not talking necessarily about just riding. We're talking about just being like a companion. They are so telepathic that they can reach people at levels that we just haven't understood.
That's right. And the program here at St. Mary of the Woods will not be hippotherapy. It will not be riding the horses. It's what the therapists call groundwork. And I have witnessed some of the things that, some of the exercises that therapists can do with the horses in a multitude of settings. They're sometimes used with children who have emotional problems, or with special needs children, also adults, not just children. Sometimes also horses have been used in like corporate retreats for team building exercises and things of that nature. So there are a lot of different avenues to pursue, and we kind of thought that was a natural fit, basically, to bring together the social sciences and the equine expertise that we have here on campus.
And there's a big need for that, and now here at the program, within the St. Mary of the Woods College in your equine program, you have a minor in that now, correct?
Yes, it's a brand new minor housed in Social Sciences Department, but like I said, it's a joint collaboration between Social Sciences and equine. Yes.
Well, now you probably get involved, Glenna, in a lot of other things with your title in Social and Behavioral Sciences. Other new programs that you have that... I mean, there's more here, obviously, than just equestrian, although that's what we want to focus on. So any other new programs you want to mention?
Well, yes, I'm glad you asked. We have a new major in criminology that we're just rolling out for the fall, and we already have a handful of students signed up for it. Criminology, again, really draws on the strength of our faculty in psychology and human services. We are approaching criminology not so much from the law enforcement aspect, even though students certainly can go into that, but we're looking at criminology in the context of social sciences, trying to understand criminal behavior, society's reaction to crime, the impact of crime on victims, and our new major consists of a core of criminology courses, and then students can choose either a psychology or a sociology concentration within that major.
I'm Susan Gresham. I'm the director of the Career Development Center at St. Mary of the Woods College, and our role within the college is to work with students to provide them with educational resources, developmental experiences, and professional connections. So how does that relate to our equine program? What we want to do with the students is help them from the time they come to our campus, to help them think through clearly their career goals, what it is they want to do. And the majority of our students who come into the equine program have experience with horses. So they come with some knowledge, they come with some experience, but what we want to do is help them explore what all of their options are, and we do that in a variety of ways. But we also want to help them prepare professionally, so how they're going to be able to present themselves in order to open more doors of opportunity for themselves in the future. So we help them with things like resume development, we help them prepare for interviews, we help them identify experiences, whether they're volunteer experiences, internships, employment opportunities for the summer, and really helping them think through what they might be able to do to use their skill sets. And sometimes they need some help identifying what those skill sets are and learning how to articulate their skills and their interests and what's important to them. And then we spend a lot of time talking to our students about ways to get experience, as I mentioned, through volunteering or through internships or summer positions. And the college has a gateway program where students are required to have an experience in the equine industry that will prepare them to take the upper level courses.
We at Speaking of Horses would like to thank some of the people who helped to make Speaking of Horses TV possible. A big thank you to Equine Clot. Equine Clot is a wonderful product. Carry it in your saddlebag, put it in your first aid kit, wrap it on an equine wound. It immediately promotes clotting and is a great first aid tool. Thank you to Equine Clot. And to EquestraSafe, a complete line of equestrian riding products for trail, for arena, for wherever. From reflective vests, reflective headgear, tapes, signage, everything you need to ride safely and to be safe with your horse is available at equestrasafe.com. Check them out. Thanks to all of the fine people that make Speaking of Horses TV possible. Well, that's a tour of St. Mary of the Woods College and the equestrian program. We're glad you joined us here on Speaking of Horses, coming to you today from Terre Haute, Indiana, and the beautiful campus of St. Mary of the Woods College. Join us next time on Speaking of Horses. We'll see you down the trail.